All right, we're gonna start in about 4 minutes. So you guys look at this screen while I'm getting things set up in the background. I have a little bit of music in the background. Hopefully this doesn't, I don't know, demonetize it or whatever. But we're gonna see this real quick. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna start in about 5 minutes. So be patient, and we're gonna cover these events. Other than that, get the chat going, share this, like this video, and we're gonna get this started in, like I said, 5 or 6 minutes, just after the hour. I got it early so we could play some music. When I'm in New York, holla at soup, gotta get the scoop. Ay, down on 162, got the Holy Ghost with me, I can never be swooped. Me and my Aunt Marie-Josee, coffee and Italian cookers. Talking how I was a bad kid, I needed whoopers. Shot the trauma and the teachers, cause they always push me. Thought I'd be in jail a bookie, now they call it bookie. Now I'm writing hooks instead of playing hooky. Okay, I'm off that. Hate it when they got no aim, they just all chat. Only thing you ever held down was the shit button, cause it's all cat. Tell my homie fall back. Don't you ever be the fella, always ask them where the ball's at. They can tell you thirsty and that's why they never call back. If you knew that you could have it, would you really want that? Got me on my Dr. Phil off track. Now I get you back like a boss trap. I got people in my life that I still haven't called back. I guess when you busy winning, they still got some drawbacks. It is what it is. Live and let live. My mama told me this. Yeah. Man. Can you guys hear me? Type 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. We're almost ready. I'm trying to figure out what this stream is. Cooking up joints, like, run up the school, like, you already know, never got help, so did it myself, doing so well, I bet you can't tell that I'm in money, like, this my dance, yeah, run a man, like, this my chance, I'm out here, who here left, who gon' last, ain't much left, I don't need you, no, reject me, I reject harder, I don't need you, no, act unbothered, give me that Oscar, if I can't be love, I'ma go. Why is this not showing up on the screen? Don't give me no face, I don't need you, no, I don't need you, no. Do you guys see a black screen or no? I don't need you, no. I don't need you, no, no. I don't need you, oh, no. I don't need you, no, no. I don't need you, no, no. I'm fine on my own, right here on my own. I don't need you, no. I don't look at that boy, cooking up joints, like run up the school, like you already know, never got help. Ah, there we go. Do you guys see the screen? Oh, dang, you guys are really far behind me. We're starting in 2 minutes. All right, we're starting in 1 minute. Why you never say goodbye? Why you try to steal my girl? I don't need you. If you guys have any suggestions about what to cover, let me know.
I hate asking for help. My pride too real. I would probably die starving before I ask for a meal. These walls I build.
Give me another 30 seconds or a minute. Let me check something in the background.
This time I can't avoid it. I know I said I don't need you. Yeah, I know it's all see-through. But what else do you tell yourself when that many people leave you? I threw myself into working, trying to prove that I'm worth it. I've been holding this middle finger up so long, my arm hurting. But now I'm tired of all this trying. Say I'm good, say I'm fine. Ain't no time, cut the pride. I just say it. I need you to listen. When I tell you how I really feel, don't dismiss it. I start laughing, I act like I'm overreacting. I need to know I'm not somebody that you just gotta put up with. I need to know that I don't suck if I never had no success. I need you to stop judging me for the things I'm into. And if you don't like it, then pretend to. I need you to talk to me gentle. I need you to reply when I text you. I need to remind.
All right. We are ready to go. Hello and welcome to Head and Shoulders, where we cover athletes, performances, and coaches, and otherwise everything in between that are head and shoulders above the rest. Welcome everybody to the live stream. We're gonna do this as a pre-Olympic day number 2 for track and field live stream. So if you guys are here, we got some people in the chat. Definitely start up the conversation. We're gonna start in the order of events that they got. So it's the morning session, which is first. Then we're going to do the evening session, which covers the women's 100, obviously. We're going to have other events after that, so we can't just surface everything around it. But we're going to see this one right here, see it through. So, with that being said, if you're here, smash the like button. Let's get the likes up, the participation up. With that, let me see everything here. Make sure I got everything in order. One more thing. Definitely, we want to get the likes up. We got... It looks like 15 people so far, and then we're growing. Good evening, only Justin. Let's get us up to 7 likes. Can we get a 50% like ratio? Roughly around 7 likes. Let's get those likes up. Definitely. We're growing with more people. So definitely get the likes up. Then we can cover the content. Because the more people that like this, the more see it. The more they see it, that's your way of helping it out for free. You know, no charge for you at all. With there, unless you want to super chat. If you want to catch the attention, definitely support us with PayPal, Cash App, or super chat. That being said, let's go here. Let's definitely go here. All right, so the first thing of the order of events are the 400 hurdles. We're going to look on this, on the heats. We got 4 heats of this, so let's open them up in the background tabs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to try to break this down about who we think are going to make it through on each one of those rounds. Thank you guys for those likes. Obviously, the world record now is Sydney McLaughlin. Does anybody here think that Melanie Walker of Jamaica is going to keep the Olympic record? I think that Beijing record is going down. I think if they don't get it, it'll be actually a surprise. It'll be a surprise. But anybody think that Melanie Walker is going to keep her world record? Her Olympic record here. Even if they don't hit a world record, fine. But a 52.64 at this point is slow for the world's fastest women. Yep. They said it's 5. We got 7 likes now, so definitely I'm covering the content. Like I said we get to 7, we covering it. So it's just delayed on depending on what type of screen you got. With that being said, here's heat number 1. So looks like our center lane person who we got here in lane 5, 5504. That's an athlete, Amelie from Norway. She looks okay. I think she's gonna have it safe. As far as, let's see, the first 4 in each heat, I think she's gonna have it more or less safe because she's with Anna Cockrell, which I think she can actually run this somewhat conservatively to make it through. It looks like they have her in lane 7. So let me look fully in this. So Cockrell, she's going to make it through unless she just blows up. I don't think there's any way that she doesn't. What time in the U.S. are these events start? It depends on Tuffy Rudy. The time. Wait a minute. Okay, the time in which it happens, just think of your time zone. All of these that I'm showing here is Japan. So you just got to look at it, and you can go to Google. Yeah, Google has it, DuckDuckGo. It'll have it. If you type in the Olympics track and field, it'll show, and it'll automatically adjust it to your time zone. But I know I'm 14 hours behind them. So since this begins at 9 a.m., it's going to be 7 p.m. Central USA time is for the first event. So whatever time zone you are in the U.S., then I am Central. You just add or subtract whatever time zone you're in. It's going to begin at 7 p.m. for the morning session there. So with that being said, Anna Cockrell, I think she got a very easy way to go through. Let me see anybody else that stands out here. Amelie, like I said, she's going to have a fairly easy way. Let's see. Victoria. She looks okay with her PR. But yeah, it's going to be tougher for the other athletes. I think the Colombian, it's going to be a toss-up for who makes it. But Cockrell, she can kind of just jog it through. So let's go through to the next one, because with that, I'm not as familiar with some of those athletes. Rizikova, she can jog this through and make it through. This is an easy one for her. Russell, she's going to have to run it a little bit harder, but she can more or less jog it through as well. So Jamaica and Ukraine, those two athletes, they definitely got it through. I can call that, like I said, it's the first four in each heat. What the heck is going on here? The first four in each. Okay. Oh, wow. That is very interesting that it keeps doing that. So it's the first four in each heat. I was trying to highlight this, plus the next four fastest times to the semifinals. Definitely, if you're just joining us, definitely smash that like button and share with other people. But Russell for Jamaica, Rizikova from Ukraine, they're going to make it through. Let me see if I see anybody else that can stand out here. De Silva, she actually got a chance to do it, but she's going to have a tougher semi here, or a heat one. All right, now let's look on this one. Well, McLaughlin, I think that's pretty obvious. Nugent, she's coming after the collegiate season. She might have that, just like Cockrell. They're coming out of the collegiate season, so that's the thing right there. That's the question. Are the collegiate athletes going to be tired? I think in round one, they're safe to go through. But when it gets to the semis, we're going to see the collegiate athletes like Nugent, Cockrell, and I think it's a couple others that I may or may not be able to recognize that may not do well in the semis. And so Nugent got it through more or less. She's going to struggle to make it through, but I think she's going to make it through. She's going to be in that top four. McLaughlin, she can just jog this whole thing. And then obviously that means we got Muhammad in the last heat. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Did I just forget Muhammad somewhere? Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. What? Okay, here it is. I was just about to say, where the heck is Dalilah Muhammad? Okay, so it looks like they have 5 heats, and they got the women's discus throw qualification right here in between. Okay, I was literally about to say, what the heck is going on? Is she out because she was injured before? All right, let me go back here. We got Rhonda White from Jamaica. I think she's going to have a decent one. Femke Bowl, she's got an easy one. She could just jog this through. I mean, Bowl, McLaughlin, they're going to have it very easy. Then we got Anna Cockrell. She's going to have a tougher time to make it through. And then Dalilah Muhammad, judging off of the rankings list, she should have a very easy way to make it through too. But White from Jamaica, let me see. Wenda Nell, looking at her where she's matched up, she's going to have to run a little bit above herself here. But I think she can make it through. For the South African contingent that watches this channel, I don't know if you guys are awake right now, but oh yeah, you guys should be awake. It might be very late at night for you guys, but for the South Africans that are watching, you do have a contingent that might make it through. So we're going to cover those athletes more. Now, looking at this one, Dalilah Muhammad, we already know she can make it through the first round. She knows what she needs to do. Probably run some 55 or something like that. Whatever that needs to be done. Let me see. Looking at this. Zappa took, oh my goodness, Emma from Slovenia. I think she knows how to show up actually year after year or competition after competition. I think she's got it. The Cuban, she may have it. But aside from that, I don't really recognize anybody else. Line Kloster, don't recognize her. So I can't say anything with that. So that's going to be our ladies from the... Oh, yeah, that is water trickling in the background. Look, for the people that know me, okay, here's a quick thing. I love the fish, but let me turn that off for a second because maybe you guys aren't familiar with that one. It's louder today, but I'll unplug that. So I love fish. I fish and rabbits. So I will have a house full of rabbits and fish. I'll go in the around me. Let me take these down so I can get to the next event. But I'll have a house full of rabbits, fish. Those are my favorite animals. And so, yeah, if you hear some thumping, it could be some rabbits or something like that. Men's pole vault. I will cover the women's discus throw group A. Let me cover this real quick. But yeah, that's water trickling. That's from a fish tank that's right by the microphone. Virtually every single one of my videos, that's like the thing you'll know is me. Even if somebody reposts, this storm is coming by, so we might get knocked out of this live stream. Every time it storms, the internet or whatever goes out. So if this ends abruptly in the middle, you guys know why. Yeah, you know what? I always wonder if like people think I'm going urinating or something like that. And I'm like, well, that's the first person that's ever said that. So yeah, definitely if you guys are just joining, smash the like button, share with other people. All right, here's the discus throw. Well, here's group A. Do I see anybody that I think is... No. I don't have anything to say here. Yeah, I can't say anything with that. This one with the group A, group B, I might have something else to say here because I'm not as familiar with these athletes in all honesty. I can only say, well, they're PRs or they're season best or something like that. I don't want to give an inaccurate one with that, except I know that the Americans typically do pretty well to make it through to the next round. That's what I will say, just because of the coaching. Now, let's go over to the men's pole vault. Let's see. Do we think that this Olympic record right here at 6:03 is going to go down that was set in Rio? And I think that we are going to see that because here's the former world record holder, Renaud of France. And he's already well above everybody else here. Safe to say he's going to make it through to the finals in the next round. With that, Japan has an excellent athlete that's there too. Let me see, what's the qualifying? The next 12 best, 5-8 automatic qualifier, or at least 12 best performers. So you got to get the top 12, basically, or 5-8. So the Japanese athlete is going to have a PR, essentially, if that's not going to happen. I think it's a lot of athletes that are already there. The other French athlete, I think the two French athletes are going to make it through. And then we're going to have this Sondre of Norway. But essentially there, let me get out of here. Man, D'Angelo, are you spreading rumors again? I see that now the comment section about you saying that stuff. Man, I got to have you as my PR person. But with that being said, let me look at heat number 2. Nobody that stands out to me other than Duplantis right here, the world record holder. Can we see another world record right here? I think we might. It's going to be Duplantis and Renaud. It's going to be their affair in the finals. Duplantis, man, pole vault is my favorite event out of everything. That is my number one favorite event. I just hold back on this one a little bit more by covering it because I know some people here don't care about the pole vault. But if I was going to be a biased person, I would just cover only pole vault because I intended to have this as a pole vault channel, but decided otherwise. Now we're going to cover the men's 800 round 1. Let's get these heats together. Let me check something real quick. All right, it looks like we're doing pretty good so far. Okay, I might have to turn that water trickling back on, man, because now it sounds really weird and too silent. All right, here's heat 1. So when it comes to this, Rotich, I think, makes it through. The Kenyans were looking. I don't know if I'm a little bit. I don't know if I'm confident in the Kenyans doing anything really big in the 800 this year, because I looked at the Kenyan trials and they did something amazing. They came by at a sub 50-second last 400 in the 800, and they were at altitude, of course, and they jogged through the first one. I think it was 56, and then they came by at 55, or no, 56, and then came by at 49 something. Some of them. It was like a whole mass of freaking 30 something athletes. I don't know why they put all of them in one round for the 800, but that's what they decided to do at the Kenyan trials. Jewett from the U.S., he's probably going to take it out because he likes to run in the lead. Rotich are going to make it through. Those are the two guys there. Maybe the British athlete guys can make it through. They usually have some people. Here's heat 2. I know I'm losing some people here with the distance races. They don't really care for them too much, but hey, we got to cover everything in track and field. With that being said, here is number heat 2. Arop of Canada, he's going to make it through. He's got an easy time. I think that's the only standout. Let me see. Dustin Oliver, I think he's going to make it through. With that being said, let me go to heat 3. I think, is this an athlete that qualified based on refugee Olympic team? Okay, that's what this is. So this is a refugee athlete, because I was looking at his time and he is a lot slower than the other ones. So when it comes to heat 3, he's going to get blown out. But because he was a refugee and everything like that, they're going to put him in there. That is good for representation. So I appreciate that, to see these athletes come in here like that. So Clayton Murphy, he's going to be tactical. He's going to do just barely enough to make it through. The Ethiopian athlete. All right, guys, is the stream still on? I'm losing power and everything. I'm glad I've charged up my laptop. My internet is still through. I'm looking out this window and dang, it is storming freaking hard. I'll be surprised if we don't get a tornado or something soon. It does a lot of that stuff over here, maybe. With that being said, here is heat number 4 for the 800. So let me see here. There's a recognizable athlete. Like I said, the Kenyans ain't looking too good. This is a swap. This is going to be hard. Oh, Nigel Amos. I think he's the favorite to win it all this year. He was there when he set the national record for his country, for Botswana. He was there when David Rudisha set the world record. I believe he got silver, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if he was a bronze medalist, because for some reason, that second, that's what I thought. Okay, so he was a silver medalist. And he suffered with injury in Rio, but he's coming back in a nice form. He's way ahead of everybody else. So Nigel Amos right there, I think he's going to take it all. Let's see. Final heat right here. I guess the Polish athlete has the fastest seed time. And Lopez from Mexico, I can't say what's going to happen there, but those guys have a much faster seed time than the other ones. So, oh, this is the final heat. Bryce Hoppel, I think he's going to make it through. I don't think he has a problem. Career, he's going to make it through from Kenya. From there, I can't call anybody else. Now, let's see. We got the women's 100 hurdles, round 1, heat 1. Scone 100. No, the women's 100 semifinals did not happen. That will happen sometime in the middle of the night. All right, let me cover the discus throw real quick, since they just threw that in there. Because that we covered the A, and this is the B. Let me see anybody here. Nah, I can't even call this one either. Well, here we go. So let's go to heat 3, 4, and then 5. So we got 5 heats of the women's 100 hurdles. If you're just joining us right now, smash the like button. Let's get the likes up, family, and let's get this going. So I wonder, The Olympic record by Sally Pearson. Man, this thing keeps scrolling up really hard. I do not like the website for the Olympic team. They haven't even updated some of these times since 2018 because they don't really show respect, I guess, to the athletics. Which is why I say every single year, athletics needs to separate itself from the Olympics as an Olympic sport and have its own league, kind of like NBA or the other club sports and everything, like a team-based type of thing, because it shows year after year that the international committee just kind of, hey, you know, it's the Olympics, track and field. You should be appreciative. We get all the money in our pockets. You get paid barely anything. And then you got to struggle to make it there. But you should be appreciative because it's the Olympics. So, Sally Pearson of Australia, her record is almost certainly going down. It's probably going to go down in the semifinal, if nothing else. And then Kenny Harrison, I wonder if that world record is going to get touched. I'll get into that in a second. But this is just the heats. So, first four plus the next four fastest times. If I got to say right here, we got Cindy Simber. I think that's pretty obvious, makes it through for Team GB. And then Cunningham for the USA. As far as that, let me see anybody else. It's going to be a hard swap for that one. Looks like Weiser is both in the 400 hurdles and the... God damn it. Whoa, that was some crazy stuff right there. Oh, shoot. Sorry about that, guys. Whoa, that scared the crap out of me. The lightning just hit right outside of my freaking room. Oh my goodness. And it just shut off everything. So if, like I said, if this stream cuts midstream abruptly, either I got struck by lightning or the power and everything and the internet just went out. But god damn it, that scared the mess out of me. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Holy crap. Whew. All right. Well, the show must go on. So here's heat number 2. Where am I at? All right, Kenny Harrison. As long as nothing goes wrong, like I said, this is her first Olympics. She's messed up a few times. She knows how to make the finals and everything. She should be able to make it through. France, the French athlete Laura Valet, she should make it through. Clay from Australia. I think those are the ones that are safe to make it through. Let me try to blaze through these now. Because that Amusan, I think she has a chance. Amusan has a chance of medaling right here. I think she's either gonna, if the leader falls off, or she just performs above herself, she's got a chance to get second. I think second at the worst, really. And if she gets bronze, I think she's underperforming. But I think she got second, and if the leader actually underperforms, she's gonna get first. So Amusan in Nigeria, that's a clear out favorite. I'm not going to call anybody else. Jamaican athlete Thompson may make it through, but it's going to be a struggle for really just the rest of the field. So that's going to be harder for me to call for that one. Let me see. Clemens, who is she matched up against? So Clemens of the USA, that's who they set up this heat for. And Samba Mayella of France. I think those two athletes are going to make it through based on looking at the season. Anderson. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't know that Brittany Anderson of Jamaica. So Anderson and Clemens, those are the two favorites to make it through to the next round. Obviously, it's the top 4. But I'm going with the athletes that I kind of follow and are familiar with some of these too. All right. Now, Camacho Quinn. This is the athlete that I think she might even get the time in the semifinals where she's going to break Sally Pearson's record. All right. So her personal best is just slightly faster than that. I think she's peaked. She's got the record of basically, or she's got an appearance of, you know, not necessarily showing up on time of a big competition. She kind of chokes a little bit. And we know how choking is rebranded these days as something else, but hey, she kind of chokes a little bit, so we're gonna see how she does. Like I said, if she falls off, it's Amusan of Nigeria's chance to get in there. I think even the Jamaicans could come in for a medal if Camacho Quinn falls off. But aside from a mishap like that, Camacho Quinn's got this heat wrapped up. Everybody else is a little bit closer. It looks like they're setting it up for Porter and Tapper. Kambuji, I wonder how she's gonna do. Oh, wow. Let me see something really quick. Let's see something here. All right. Is this a different athlete or am I just not familiar? Yeah, this is the sister of Kambuji in the 100. Wow. Did I not notice this? So, yeah. Let me see how this stacks up. It looks like she may be able to make it through based on times, but I'm not really familiar with her, so I can't say anything right there. But the two athletes, Tapper or Taper, if I'm even pronouncing her name correctly, from Jamaica, Camacho Quinn, Porter, I think those athletes have it. Let's go over to the men's 100. Guys, what do you guys think here in the men's 100? What do you guys think is going to happen with that? Oh my freaking! Do you guys hear the storm on the outside of me? Man, Usain Bolt, calm down. We don't need the bolts coming out this lightning right now. Calm down, Usain Bolt. He's mad that he's not running at the Olympics right now. But do you guys hear the lightning and thunder or whatever that's in the background? Like the lightning is literally striking right near where I am. So, gosh dang. Let's see. What is this? Oh, okay. So, for the men's 100. Oh, this is the preliminary rounds. You know what? These are the athletes here. I'm just going to have them on the screen. These are the preliminary rounds. So these aren't really people that officially have it. They're going to have to earn their way into a spot. So these are the athletes here. They're a lot slower. That means they got in by the world rankings or other methods of how they got in. So that's just, they're there to represent their countries. And if they can earn a spot because they didn't meet the Olympic standard or whatever, they have to earn a spot in there. Shoot, I know the thunder is not a joke. After it struck right outside of my window, literally right outside, I saw it right here, and I think it might have hit either this branch in front of me or this bush that's in front of this window or a car. But I didn't hear the alarm go off. But man, I jumped. But yeah, these athletes right here, they represent, and they're there for representation, which is good. Here's another athlete. It looks like refugee Olympic team. So that's good that they have these athletes here represented. All of these guys deserve to run. They earn their spot, and then they are trying to earn themselves into the actual proper men's 100 heat, which I think there's nothing yet. Yep, it's not until one of those guys or those guys qualify for the 100 before we get that list. So we aren't going to be able to cover that now. But what we can do is the men's long jump, the women's semifinals, the discus throw, in the 4x4 mixed relay final. And it looks like the women's semifinal for the 800. So let's go here with the long jump. My man D'Angelo. Nobody talking about you. I think, bruh, you like attention, man. That's what I noticed here. Okay, I'm not even gonna comment. But anyway, here's the men's long jump. Anybody got any predictions right offhand for the men's long jump? I kind of sped through the other ones because I didn't want to lose the power or whatever, but I think we're pretty safe to say here. Anybody got their own personal predictions for these events? I know that a lot of people kept saying the women's 100, but do you guys have any other events that you are? Let's stick on the topic here. Do you guys have any events in okay, let's see, Gail of Jamaica, he's in 2. Yeah, that's what I thought, 2 here. So you thinking a Gail of Jamaica will make it through? Let me see who he's matched up against. And it's 12 best performers or 8-15. Yeah, I think making it through to the final. Let me see. We got McLeod. Oh yeah, the defending world champion. Yep. Cannot forget that. Let's put up the rankings here real quick because this will help as well. Hold on. This is gonna be one of my where I kinda Harrison. Interesting. Let me look at Harrison very quickly from the US. 1 second. That's what I thought. Harrison here for the U20, but that was back in 2018. I just needed to remember that offhand. Javon Harrison, yeah. So when it comes down to it, the two Jamaican athletes are going through. I think Harrison, obviously, I think we got that established, is making it through. He's leading right now. I think both fields, as far as what they coming into with season's best. Let me look at this real quick. Yeah, Harrison is out and out leading that. Where is Tintoglu? I don't see his name on here on the list at all. Oh, here he is, right here. So, and then second one, Maltiadis. You know what? Man, I hate pronouncing people's names wrong. Because I've done sports announcing and on a national level and whatnot. And when I get people's names wrong, I take it as a personal affront to myself. I just can't get people's names right. So let me not get stuck on that, or else I go into a circle. But yeah, those athletes, they're making it through. Let's go over to something else. The women's semifinal. We're going in order right now for the semifinal. Actually, we'll get to the semifinal in a second. Let me go out of order because I know a lot of hype is around that. So we're going to go to the men's 100. We're going to come back to the women's semifinals in a second for the 100. Johan Blake looks like he's in great form again for the 100 meters. That's what Scone 100 said. Oh, yeah, I forgot. They have to actually go through the rounds. Darn it. Yeah, as far as that, I think Johan Blake, he might actually. I'm gonna hold my opinion. He said he's going after. Okay, that's a lot of each right there. Obviously, that's why they had the preliminaries. But he said he's going after a medal. He said he's not coming away unless he comes away with a medal. That's his mindset that he's coming away in. So yeah, Tajay is the defending champion. Makes sense. Hold on. Yeah, some of these events, because let me go here real quick. So, as far as that, I'm gonna wait until the finals, and then I'm going to do some coverage on our world champion right here, because with some of these, it's been so many different events, I haven't had a chance to actually collect all of that. So, to give a quick acknowledgement right here, I will point this out that we have our athlete from Jamaica. And Gail from Jamaica is the defending world champion in the long jump, in the men's long jump. Because I do want to point that out because, yeah, it's going to be a close one. He's right behind the world leader. So, as far as that, here we go. He's number 2 in the world. No, he's not. He's not number 2 in the world. Number 9 in the world this year. Javon Harrison is looking a little bit better than him. But anything can happen when these finals come, where athletes know how to put themselves together. And I think that's going to be very important here. But like I said, some of these, my mind has gone out of them because I've been focusing on other events. So that's where I'm going to have to familiarize myself with that a little bit more. Okay, so this is the discus right here. So this is very interesting. They call it long throws. That threw me off when I'm reading this. Anybody have any word on who you think can win the discus finals? Is he? He's actually the defending world champion. He's the defending world champion from that, not the Olympic champion. As far as this, the discus, let me look at the athletes I actually recognize here, and I can't say it right there. Stahl has had a good season. That's the only athlete that I gotta honestly say I'm familiar with and right here, but I don't think he got a chance or a hope and a prayer of doing anything other than, unless he can muster out a huge PR, he's not going to medal. Those are the two athletes I'm familiar with here. So I can't do that. But I did want to give some coverage to the other events because I got to do that. Here's the women's semifinal heat 1. AJ Wilson. So it's the next two plus the next two fastest times. All right. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting. This is where it's going to get interesting because if I am not mistaken, is this Ugandan athlete the defending world champion? Let me hold on just a second. In the women's 800, because I got to get down here, get in the nitty gritty. If I'm not mistaken, she is the defending world champion from Uganda. Yes, she is the defending world champion. So, oh my goodness, this is gonna be some heartbreak right here in this in here. She hasn't been looking as good this year, but whoo, I think she could be able to put it together. What do you guys think? With Halima, I think she could put it together. Natoya Gould, AJ Wilson. I mean, I want to see both of them go through. I think Gould has a fantastic shot this year. She's actually looking in the form of her life. She's almost near her personal best. She's right there near her personal best, and I think she's gonna be able to take this heat. But AJ Wilson, she ain't been looking as good this year. Maybe it's that the curse that's been set on her, but she ain't been looking as good. And with that being said, man, Riki from Great Britain might be able to knock her out, and the defending world champion in the 800 might be able to knock her out, and she's gonna have to probably qualify by time. Marie-Josee was not looking good in the heats. She barely made it through on the kick, but maybe that was because she was holding back, and I don't know about that. I know y'all saying the 800, the Kenyan 800 guy or woman is going to be able to do it. Maybe you're talking about heat 1. I know you guys are about 30 seconds behind, but I don't think that Mary is going to make it through. She looked real bad in the heats. Like I said, Jimma Riki, I think she's going to have a chance to knock out AJ Wilson. Wilson is going to have to probably qualify by time. She's going to have to do something because she is nowhere near what her form was before. Even in the USA trials, she wasn't looking like she was there, and this is going to be very interesting. Gould, she's got it together. I think she's going to have it fairly easy to get it through. She's just going to have to run her own race. Now, with that, let's look at SCSL South Croy. Let's stay on topic real quick. Let's stay on topic. We talking about the women's 800. We're going to get to the 100 in a second. Probably approximately 5 minutes at the pace I'm going. So, here's Heat 2. A-Thing Mo. Let's stay on topic, guys. The 100, we talk about that in a second. But right now, we're on the women's 800. But with that being said, A-Thing Mo, she's got it fairly easily. She obviously look real good in the semis. This is going to be a toss-up. It's going to be really hard for me to say who I think has it here for everybody else. Obviously, Team GB wants to have Alexandra Bell to make it through. Lamo, I think she has a better chance of getting it through. If I had to, that's the athlete I'm familiar with the most here. I know how she runs. I've seen a lot of her races, and I think that she has a chance of getting it through as far as with her kick. But she's going to have to take it out, I think, a little bit harder if she want to have a chance of making it through, because A-Thing, she could just let them run and she's going to out kick them. So with that being said, Alamu, she's got a chance. She's real fast too at her best. This is going to be a rock star semifinal here. Why did they put all these athletes like that? They got A-Thing Mo working harder. Somebody don't like her. Somebody does not like her because her semifinal is actually a harder one to make it through. Let me look at this other semifinal. They got AJ Wilson. Hold on just a second. Where is she at? Where's AJ Wilson at? Somebody must love AJ Wilson because, or Gould, Natoya Gould, because they're setting them up with an easier heat right here. And when you see somebody in a heat that's a little bit, what are y'all talking about? Crosses? What the heck? When you see somebody set up in a heat where it looks like it's a little bit easier and a little bit too much easier, then it could just be they're doing it because somebody has higher credentials. For example, AJ Wilson is medaled. Halima is the world champion. AJ Wilson has the most medals. So they may be trying to give her through as an easier heat to get through. Because, yeah, she got two 156 athletes in there. But with this one, Athing Mo has an extremely hard one to make it through, too. But, I mean, she's so much faster than everybody else. She could just kind of jog that thing through again. With that being said, let me go through here. Raven Rogers. Let's see how this one goes. Almanza is undefeated so far this year for Cuba. I don't understand what crosses is, but yo, guys, chill out. Raven Rogers, she has a kick, but I don't know. She was not looking the best. Nayando, she made it to the final the last time with her teammate. They were both in the semifinal, and they darn near got AJ Wilson out because I think they hit her or tripped her or something like that. With a protest, she got herself back in, or she worked it hard. Nyanyando, I would like to see her in there. They're going to have to run it hard to make it by time. As far as this one, Almanza, she got the quote-unquote easy ride, and everybody else is going to be struggling to get in. Almanza has never made a major final before, and this is the curse that she's got. She's been running at the top. She's been having a good, one of the world-class 800-meter athletes. But for some reason, she gets into Olympics or World Championships, and she cannot make a final. So that's the thing here. She looks really particularly good. This is the first year I've seen her, I think, undefeated. So I think Rosemary Almanza from Cuba has it. I think this is going to be the first final she makes it. And I think if she makes it, she actually is going to be the one that challenges Athing Mo. And, of course, we want to say Google, but I think Almanza is going to be able to do it. Raven Rogers, I think after seeing her, I kind of trust her kick, but she doesn't have the fitness that she had before. Obviously, she's at her personal best this year, but just something is telling me that it's not there. AJ Wilson, I'm even more convinced that she might not make it because she got herself boxed in before. People were like, relax, she can control the race. She doesn't have it as that way. She was trying to save as much because she knows that she's not in her fitness that she was before. So with that being said, that's what I got for those. Let's look at the final results for the mixed 4x400 meter relay. Who do you guys think will take the mixed 4x400 meter relay? Because it's happening so early, I thought they said the U.S. was reinstated. Wait a minute. They said the U.S. was reinstated. Hold on. Yeah, they said the U.S. was reinstated. Let me refresh this page. Who else told me that they got reinstated? Give me just a second, because I got to look this up. This would be very interesting because I don't see them reinstated. Mixed 4x4 relay. I'm going to look this up for very quickly for you guys. Let's see. USA DQ'd. USA team reinstated. Okay, reinstated. They keep saying reinstated, but the finals do not show them. So this is going to be weird that the finals don't show them. Thank you guys for joining in. If you just joined in, we're about to get into the women's 100 final in a second. With that being said, definitely smash the likes up. We got about 38, 39 people in here. We're coming back on the screen real quick. Get our likes up. Let's try to get up to 15. That's only a few more likes. Just smash the like button. With that being said, okay. So that means they're going to have to go in lane 1. Oh, that's what it is. I'm looking at here right now. That means they go into lane 1. So, USA is in lane 1. Who do you guys would think are taking this? Do you guys think there's a new world record? They said Allison Felix would get some a medal in the mixed 4x400 meter relay. And I'm just gonna say this straight out. People don't agree with it all the way there, and I might lose some people with this one. But Allison Felix is really getting her medal counts up. She's getting propped up for medals. She's not an individual champion per se when it comes to the Olympics. World champions, yeah, she won. She was the first female athlete to get back-to-back 200-meter championships at the World Championships. So that's something that needs to be respected right there. But when it comes to her individual events, she hasn't had the same streak or win when it comes to the Olympics. And one thing that people judge athletes on when it comes to the history books would be their medal count. So it doesn't matter what the gold medals or whatever, because they're going to try to compare it. Hey, they keep saying, she has more medals than Usain Bolt does. And obviously they were like, hey, let's knock off Usain Bolt here so Carl Lewis can have them, whatever, all of that, right? So with that being said, she has a higher medal count than Usain Bolt. They're not going to look and zoom in and say, well, these are golds and these are bronze and these are this. And they're not going to say these are on the relay. I'm telling you, when an athlete gets propped up, it's kind of like Ronda Rousey in the UFC. She was able to fight against weaker opponents, which hyped up Ronda Rousey to a high extreme when it came to women's UFC or with them fighting, right? And then when she fought the first actual ranked athlete or a real opponent, she got herself knocked the F out. And that's the same thing here. They can set up different ways. And some people might not agree. They're going to say, I'm hating on Allison Felix. Personally, I don't really care for Allison Felix either this way or the other one. I just notice things when they happen. If they change the World Athletics Final to accommodate Michael Johnson in the 400, 200 double to make it easier for him, if they changed, and they did that in the World Championships and the Olympics so that he could double more easily, they did that for him. Then they changed up. They did the Michael Johnson rule because he was injured. Remember, at the World Championships, for the people that are old enough, you had to qualify. Then they said, well, all you got to do is show up the first round or something like that at your own country's trials or something like that. And then you get an automatic bid. The previous champion, world champion, gets an automatic bid to the championships for that. So that allowed Michael Johnson to qualify without having to go through the first round, second round, and then finals to do that. So, like I said, predictably, I'm losing some people with that, but hey, it must be said. So some people, I mean, you are not going to agree with it, but people get propped up in these things. And then I'm just here as the reporter to point these things out. I think it kind of takes away from other people when that happens, but she got her connections. She's good enough to run on the relays. There's something that you can't take away from that. But if she's on the mixed 4x400 meter relay, great. That's fantastic because that gets her another medal. And not a lot of athletes can do what she has done. There's two things that can be true at the same time. Now, let's go. I think we covered everything. Now let's go over to the women's semifinals. All right, here's E1, E2. All right, so anybody got any words on the women's semifinals in the 100? Because now we're on that. Now the topics go. Oh, let me go back to the Allison Felix thing because I just saw a comment. Not a good comparison. Allison Felix is very good runner at her peak. She wouldn't get knocked out. I think you aren't seeing this. Michael Johnson was the world record holder and undefeated. It's a very direct comparison. It is an equal comparison, actually, because Michael Johnson, let me see if I can pull up his profile right here very quickly. And if you look at Michael Johnson, he was undefeated for a decade, over a decade in the 400 meter dash. He was nearly almost a decade undefeated in the 200. If you look at his results back, I wish that I could just pull up all of his races all at once so that we have a spreadsheet of this for a second. But I'm just gonna take a second, maybe 2 or 3 minutes on this topic and kind of go through with this. But and then we're gonna get back on topic of the current day athletes. But the reason why I'm saying this is because the man got injured and they up and changed the rules for him. Allison Felix is not as good as Michael Johnson. That is a fact. As far as she doesn't compete as often as he did, he raced his butt off. He had a whole bunch of competitions when he was racing. He was able to still win and retain it. They just ran differently in the 80s and 90s than they do more currently. They rest up the athletes more. Obviously, the older crowd would know this, right? Even Otto Bolton kind of looks at people like, okay, you could just go out there and run and win. Like it's a disconnect with that, with how he was running, how the people around that time were running. But as far as that, he got injured. They changed the rules so that he could make it through. Same thing about how Usain Bolt didn't make it through in Rio in 2016. They used the medical exemption to make him through. Now, if it wasn't that, I'm telling you, Jamaica would have found another way to bend the rules to make Usain Bolt go through. When you have a superstar, and because she was a superstar at a young, early age, when she starts to get into her aging years, when it's going to be a little bit harder for her to make it through, when it's going to be all of this, trust and believe. I'm going to just say this one thing right here. I know some people in the administration of USATF. All right? I've talked to a lot of these people from the people that I've associated with, and I will not put it past them to figure out a way to make sure that one of their favorite athletes is going to maximize their chances of getting a medal. Obviously, Allison Felix has to be in good enough shape in order to do it, but they're not going to take away from her ability to get the most medals. Remember, she's the highest medal count, but how many wins, how many W's does she have on an individual event? Because you can have relay runners all day. Asafa Powell is another relay athlete. You could put him on the you're missing the point completely. I said if the medical exemption thing didn't exist, then they would have found another way to get him through. Okay, Tufi said, look back at Bolt's last Olympics. He didn't run against any quality sprinter before the Olympics. So yeah, with that being said, we're gonna cover the semifinals here. But hey, look, you guys may disagree, but I'm just putting out the evidence there. Sometimes people don't see it unless somebody just sometimes people don't see it unless they say it straight out. I've said a lot of things, and then eventually, if somebody gets caught for corruption or whatever, they say it out their mouths, then it's just like, oh yeah, it's true. I mean, I've said this on different topics. I could be wrong here, but I think it's fairly obvious that they're setting up, okay, actually do it this way. So you're telling me that Allison Felix's crew and her management team and her coaches would not want her to get maximum medals? Just answer that question. For the people that disagree there, you don't think that she wants to get maximum medal count for what she can do? Because otherwise, if she's going to get a medal for the mixed 4x400 meter relay, that means she's running the 4x400 meter relay before her rounds in the 400, which means that takes away from her open 400. That means she's going to have some running in her legs, right? Even though it's one round of the 4x400 meter relay, she still has to do that before the women's 400. So that means she's going to have some pounding in her legs. So with that being said, I would say if I'm Allison Felix's crew, I would try to maximize my medal count because it's a legacy thing. Each athlete is different ways to measure athletes. Did you know that there are only 4 athletes with 20 medal count or higher in all the track and field? And I'm pretty sure you all can know which one of those 4 are. 2 of them are American, and 2 of them are Jamaican. And it's not Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce yet. She doesn't have 20 medal count just yet. After this one, she may have a 20 medal count or higher. Okay. For George, it says sound quality is soft in South Africa. The defending 110-meter champion is not at the Olympics. That is correct. What do you mean sound quality is soft in South Africa? Are you saying? All right, now let's cover the women's semifinals. All right, we are now here. What you guys think? I think you guys are on a 30-second delay. Let me see how I can speed this up on YouTube, because for some reason, it's like a built-in delay here. All right, we got about almost 50% participation. Can we get 3 more likes on the likes? Let's get this up to 17 likes on this video. I'm going to cover the women's 100 semis real quick. Let's get 3 more likes on this video. 3 more likes, 17 likes, and then we can get that while I'm checking some things in the background, because for some reason you guys are on a larger delay than I thought. Oh, it's because of the stream settings. I can't change that in the middle of the stream. So I'm going to try to change the latency at another time. Thank you guys. We're up to 17 likes. Let's get this party started. So, with that being said, all right, for the people that are asking questions about what time it is in your time zone, all you got to do is go to World Clock. I believe it's worldclock.com. You can go search and then go to Japan, Tokyo, and then switch the clock over to your place, and that's what time it is. And realize that when you go to the Olympic site, this is Japanese times. So when I see 1915, which is for people in the United States, because we don't use this clock, that is 7:15 on this clock in the evening, right? That's 7:15 for the people that don't travel the world and don't recognize this at all. That's 7:15 in the evening. So you just got to adjust it. For me, it's 14 hours behind. So that will be 5:15 in the morning for this first round. So with that being said, Elaine Thompson, blessing, let's see, semifinal 1. Where are we thinking? Let's say right here. I'm going to give you guys a 30-second leeway since we're in the live chat right here. Who you guys are taking for round 1? Who you guys think is the first and second? And I'm going to up the ante right here. Whoever gets this correct, I'm going to throw you all, let's just say I throw you all into a raffle. I was going to say I'll just give you a $10 in crypto, but I'll throw you all into a raffle. We're going to determine what the prize is. I might give you guys a crypto NFT. I'm into cryptocurrencies. But instead of that, I'm going to put your name in a raffle. Who do you guys think are taking semifinal number 1? You got to get the winner. Secondary, give me the time. Whoever is the closest on the time will be able to go into that. So give me the winner and the time. Winner and the time. I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds to catch up. In the meantime, let me check something right here. Right here. So we got people. Elaine, then Dina. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. All right. Let's see. Then I'm going to say my predictions afterward. Hold on. So we got Elaine. So what's the time you guys are thinking? Elaine Thompson first and 10:79. All right, let me screenshot that one right here. We got a prediction right here. Asher at 10:78. Andrea, what's up? Hola. Elaine then Dina 10:74, 10:85. All right, man, y'all giving second place times. Okay, I might give you, if you can get the second place time too. All right, that's an extra lottery ticket right there. Whoever's the closest one. Elaine will win 1080. Blessing second, 1084. All right. Okay. All right. Cool. So let me go over to semifinal number. Wait a minute. Okay, we still got it pouring in. Elaine 1078. Let me screenshot these here so I can make sure who got who. You can only do one guess, and whatever guess you do first, that's your final. All right. All right, 1076, 1089. All right. Okay, I think let's go over to semifinal number 2. Let's pour this one in right here. All right. We got some people that are there. All right. All right, cool. Now, here's semifinal number 2. We got Shericka Jackson and Talu as the 2 fastest, coming in right here. Obviously, Talu just did that fresh out the yard in that one. But looking on this list right here with Emmanuel from Canada, G from China, IE from Trinidad Tobago, Talu from Ivory Coast, Jackson from Jamaica, Berhard from Germany, Philip from Great Britain, and Oliver from the USA. Where do you guys think? Okay, Elaine 1075. Where do you guys think they will place? All you got to do is the first place and then the time. And then I'm putting you in a raffle. Each one of these gets a new raffle ticket. And then when we get that, I'm going to do the raffle probably after the stream. Yeah. Or I'm going to do that after the other one because I have another raffle. So I'm going to put it all into one. But that'll be toward the tail end of the Olympics. Okay, now it's Shericka will win 1075, Talu 1080. That sounds about right. Shericka did do a 1077 in the semis before, so. All right, we getting those. Oh, 1081. So some. Oh, I don't think they're gonna break 10.8 for some of you guys. Interesting. All right. Well, I would try to do as conservative as possible. And in all honesty, if we could talk, I'd be like, look, Jackson, let's just try to go as slow as possible, man. Let's just try to go as slow as possible. We know we faster than everybody else. Make sure we get out Oliver. They'll be working together. Hey, look, Jackson, me and you go back. That's what Talu gonna be saying. You and me go back. We go back. I'm in every single one of your races right behind you, right in front of you. Because Jackson, you a little bit slower than me sometimes. But we go back. Let's not make let the U.S. Athlete, the American, go through or whatever. So I don't know. Maybe that's the conversation they have behind the scenes. Okay, so we got a lot of predictions right here. I got the screenshots. Let's go to the final semifinal. All right, semifinal right here. If you just joined us, what I'm doing is you got to guess the first athlete. That's the only one you got to give. If you do the second one, then you get a bonus. But it's really just on the first one. You go into a raffle. I'm going to give away something. It could be some money. It could be what is cryptocurrency, NFT. An NFT is like a collectible trading card, but digital. It could be that. Now, here's the final one. Give your prediction of who will win. That's all you got to do. You can do second place if you want. And the time. Okay, fraser-pryce. Somebody's getting 1073. Wow, y'all think she going to go 1073 in that one? Man, if she does 1073 in that one, I think she's going to be burnt out for the other one. Remember, we got to remember her age, though. We got to remember her age. Okay. So, and yes, she might be able to do it, but think, she is 34. She might be the fastest woman in the world. But can she go 10-7 something and then come back? Remember, Justin Gatlin, he had a hard semifinal he had a hard prelim semifinal, whatever, and he got pulled up because they gave him a hard one. So you got to remember that. Definitely, guys. South Croy is correct. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Shelly, 1071. Oh my goodness. Jorge, 1078. Man, you got Jorge going to her PR? Oh no. I mean, if Shelly-Ann goes 1071, Jorge don't have to go 1078. She just go in between everybody else and jog. She can jog a 1073. Oh my goodness. Now y'all definitely about to be wrong. Y'all just throwing out stuff. Man, every time I see Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, people been saying 10-4, 10-3s and stuff. So yeah. Yeah, this has the easiest heat. Exactly. For Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, I mean, it's quite literally the easiest heat because how fast she is in general. But come on now. Come on. Give me some. Okay, 1084. That sounds a little bit more accurate. Kambuji, 1096. She might, depends on how the wind is. She might even hit a new PR. She's going to have to run fast because she will be pushed. All right. Who's she going to be pushed by? My man. Who is she going to be pushed by? All right, I'm gonna have to stop the whole thing right here. Okay, looking at her right here, she ran a 1080 something, right? And she was jogging. Her PR is 1096. Her PR, what she ran in the semis, the heats, was 1095. Everybody else is essentially an 11-0 athlete or right there of a 1099. Now, Daniels could surprise and run in the 10.8s. Oh, you said in the final. Because I was about to say, in this semifinal, man, they setting this up for Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and her old grandma age self to, in terms of track and field, or middle-aged self in track and field, to be able to have an easier pounding on her legs so that she could just go through and just make it through. So, I just got, hey, look, Mighty Mike, she going to be able to make it through kind of easy. So, I thought you was talking about the semi. So, all right, let me screenshot some of y'all times. All right, let me give my take on this. So, now the voting is now closed. Everybody is giving their take on this. Now, who do I think is going to make this through? All right, and by the way, track and field does start in the next 50 minutes. So don't forget, no matter what time you're in, it's going to start in the next 50 minutes. So right after this live stream is over, don't forget, because my time is going to be 7. It's 6:07 right now. So that means wherever your time zone is, adjust this 9 a.m. Japanese Tokyo time to wherever you are on the planet. Don't forget that. Now, let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. Don't forget to smash the like button. Definitely, we got over 50% engagement. We got 50% engagement on them. Thank you, guys. Okay. With that being said, let's look at this. I think Elaine Thompson, she's going to come through. She is actually she's like one of the better semifinal runners out there. I kind of just trust her to go through. So, Elaine Thompson-Herah, I ain't got no problem. I believe that she wins in that. What is she winning? If I got to judge off of this, I think she either run, I'm going to give one time, right? Just like you guys. I'm going to do a 1081 is the time that she wins in. I really want to say a little bit faster. I also want to say a little bit slower in a range. But if I had to stick to one, like I'm going to do that, I would say a 1081. It's going to depend on the wind. Now, if it's an adjusted, like this is me saying that it's barely any wind. 1081, Elaine Thompson. When it comes to who comes in the second, now this is the big question mark right here. Dina Asher-Smith, that's why I say only for you guys to predict first, because a lot of these second places are going to be Tufi. You might be a little bit behind the stream right here with the Allison Felix comment, but yeah, I get you, the comparison. I got you. I definitely can see that. That part I definitely understand. That's why I said we can agree to disagree. The comparison as far as that, yep. But back on this topic, second place is hard because Blessing Okabare, she kind of underperforms sometimes. Dina Asher-Smith is still looking like a tornado, or that storm that was startling me earlier hit her. Jenna Prandini ain't got a hope or a prayer. Pinto, man, this is hard to get the second place right there. Del Pont, she just had a PR for, she got a national record for Sweden. Is it Sweden? Yeah. Or Switzerland. What the heck? The Swedish is yellow and freaking blue. Yellow, blue, and white. But yeah, for Switzerland. So with that being said, I think, but this was also with the tailwind. She had a bigger tailwind than Kambuji. I just wish that gives you the exact difference. That when people talk about wind and everything, for all the people that say those things don't matter that much, well, you saw they ran on the same track. Del Pont had a 1.3 tailwind. Kambuji had a +1 tailwind, and then they ran 0.04 tenths of a second difference, right? So, first place, Elaine Thompson-Herah, 1081. I'm going to give it to Blessing, because Dina Asher-Smith, I want to say Dina Asher-Smith is going to do it, but she's going to have to be lucky on time. Blessing is just looking better than her. The problem with Blessing is she's right next to Elaine Thompson-Herah, and she crumbles under pressure. Like, she's one of the worst crumblers. She's good by herself, but pressure, Elaine Thompson-Herah is going to pressure her. So that might give Dina Asher-Smith the the win right there. But that's who I got for first and second. I'm going to stick to it. Blessing Okabari in second. Dina Asher Smith or DuPont is going to be in third or fourth. Now, when it comes to the second here, Asher Smith might run a PB because she needs to get in the finals. It's now or never. I hope Elaine can keep her composure when the pressure is on her. I know, right? She crumbles under pressure too. Blessing or Smith is going to be close for that second place. Yeah, okay, look. This is what I put here. Let me go back to the first one since you guys are commenting on that. I don't think they have to. I think some of you guys are misinterpreting what needs to happen here. All Elaine Thompson-Herah has to do is kind of jog through. Blessing Okabari has to run a lot harder than her PR. Now, obviously, she had that 1060, 4 or something like that with that huge advantage. I think she's actually a 10.71, 10.72 athlete if you give her a plus 2.0 win. But with almost no win, Okabari is going to have a struggle right here, right? I think you guys are misinterpreting how much this is going to influence this. I think Okabari and all of them aren't going to be able to challenge Thompson-Herah. So when you guys say she's going to need a PR to run into the final for Dina Asher Smith, her PR is 1083. I don't think she needs a 1083 to run in that final. For some reason, something tells me that even if Thompson-Herah runs a 1081, which it might quite frankly be slower because all she needs to do is beat Blessing Okabari, then I don't think she has to run a PR to make the final. Something tells me Shelly is in the best shape of her career despite her age. Elaine is going to win. Which semi is Talu in the second one? All right, so here's the second one. For with this list, we got Emmanuel, G, I.E., Talu, Jackson, Burkhardt, Phillip, and Oliver. That's lane 2 through 9. And that is your field for the women's second semifinal in the 100. Okay, aside from that horrible British accent that I just pulled off, I'm going to give this to Shericka Jackson. If Talu is smart, she won't let her ego get ahead of her. And it depends on how the first one goes. This one is, it depends. But I'm going to do like I told you guys to do. I'm going to say Shericka Jackson is going to be a 1085. 1085, Shericka Jackson. Elaine going to win. Okay, Vivian Campbell said Elaine is going to win. Oliver might not make it. Oh no, Oliver is definitely not making it. I don't think an American is going to make the final. In my opinion, people are going to hate me. They're going to think I'm a Jamaican. I love Jamaica or whatever even more. I have nothing against any country. I just looking at what's happening there. People were spreading rumors about Oliver running 10.8s and 10.9s in practice. Well, she's going to have to pull that out right now in order to do this. Because Talu and Jackson can jog on her head and still make it through. And all they got to do if Oliver is right there, they look to the right, look to the left, and say IE right there. You forget IE is a lot faster too. She hasn't been having the best season, but right now, all they got to do is out-lean her. Like, that's what they got to do. So Oliver, she ain't got a hope or a prayer to make it through, in my opinion, even with the next two fastest times. If she makes it through, I will give her a round of applause and make a statement on my YouTube channel, because I personally do not think that Oliver is going to make it through to the next round. Not at all. Not a 0% chance at all to make it through to the next round. Now let me go to the next one. Like I said, to reiterate, Jackson 1085, Talu in second. When it comes to who's coming up next, it might be Oliver or IE. Those two, I trust them a little bit more. IE, she's going to have to run above herself. She hasn't been doing good. I don't know if Dina is injured. I don't see anything with that. She just looks like whatever. But people have said it shows signs that she has a hamstring injury. Sha'Carri would have run a 1082 in the prelims. I think Jackson will run faster than you think. 10.7s at least. Yeah, you know what? I like to be a little bit conservative here. I think they're gonna run faster than what I'm saying. I want to give a range of a time and give the what ifs, but I'm trying to stick to the rules that I gave you guys. With that being said, here's the final heat right here. Obvious. is Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Look who she's matched up against. No offense to anybody else. But here we go. In lane 2 is Bass from Gambia. Bongiorni. Oh my goodness. Bongiorni from Italy. Nieta from Great Britain. Fraser-Pryce from Jamaica. Daniels from Team USA. Kumbunji from Switzerland. Ahore from Ivory Coast. And Wakocha from Nigeria. So there we go. With that. I don't, like I said. Okay, somebody said George or George. Oh, wait a minute, George. I keep saying George. George Daniels will not make it. Am I pronouncing your name right by having your P as a silent? Now, with that being said, and are you by chance from a Germanic country? With that being said, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, she's going to do what she needs to do. She might actually, knowing her in the semi, she actually runs in the 10.8s. So I would give her a 10.85. I want to say, now, that's just following the rule, but I give her a 10.83 to a 10.89. Like, quite literally. She going to do just enough. But I give her a 10.85 as the average between that. If semifinal 2 is faster than the finals. Don't be surprised if semifinal 2 is faster than the finals. But remember, Shelly need a good lane 2. There's no way the time in the semifinals is going to be faster than the time in the finals. That happens every once in a while. All right. Oh, you're British. Nice. Alrighty. So with that being said, that's where my predictions go. As far as who gets second in this one, I think Kumbunji gets second. In all honesty, I think Kumbunji gets second. Ahore is going to have to work her tail off to do something. Come on, Ahore. We want to see somebody else from the Ivory Coast representing Africa. Grace, she might have a chance to do something, I guess. She's got a season best and her PR with that, but I don't know. Kumbunji is I'm the most confident in her. She's going to do what she needs to do. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is there. Kumbunji's going to be there. She's going to be there on the lean. She want to make sure that her sister sees her for the 110 hurdles or 100 hurdles to see her do well. So Daniels, I think if an American makes it, Oliver and Daniels, they're going to have to make it on time. But they got Dina Asher-Smith or Okabare, which might be ahead of them. They're going to have to rely. This one might actually be the one that determines the pace for everybody else. Okay, let me read the comments real quick. The track is fast, but Shelly is very experienced, so don't expect a fast time from her in the semis. She have the easiest heat. That was Tuffy Rudy said. Scone 100. If Sha'Carri Richardson was not banned, do you think she would have been in the mix for a gold medal? Because even if she was there, she would not have beat the Jamaicans, in my opinion. Heck no. I've said this before. No, she would not have won the gold. Now, what's going to happen is, here's the marketing. Here's the optics of what's going to happen with, let me go up here on the stat zone right here. This is the optics of what's going to happen when it comes to, here's the top list of the women's 100. Oh, they already have it set. So this is what's going to happen. Sha'Carri Richardson, she's going to come over to Prefontaine. People are going to be like, well, that's the Olympics. That's what people are already saying. This is what's going to happen. Oh, this is actually a better picture of her. I'm glad they actually put that one there. With that, I think they changed up with that. But yeah, so they're going to have Richardson come in. They're going to say, well, you know what? She would be in the finals, yes. But getting a gold medal, no. Not with the way her start is, even if she could catch up with people. Because guess what? She got other people that kind of start slow. And like a Jackson or something like that. And then they would burn her. Because they can also pick up speed. Right? So with that being said, this is what I think is going to happen here. She's going to run Prefontaine. She might even run faster than the fastest time in the world this year. Right? But it's a one-off race. How many times has Asafa Powell, which was twice, broken the world record after he didn't do anything at the World Championships and Olympics? Twice. Once again, he broke the world record. It was like, oh, here we go. Ooh, one-off race. Boom. Broke the world record. He couldn't even get a medal. He choked. Then he did it again. He was like, all right, choke at the finals a week later or something like that. Ooh, okay, here I go. Oh, nobody watching, no pressure. And then he broke the world record. So what's gonna happen is she's gonna be deemed fastest woman in the world because I'm pretty sure she can run fast. She can run her bricks off. She is a technically great runner. But the thing is, we saw her number one crack under the pressure a little bit at the USA Championships. She was just running like, what the heck happened to her? Her body was breaking down because of how fast she was running. As she even said it in an interview before. She said, hey, you know when your body wants to run a certain time, but you can't get it, and because you've run at a high level for such a long thing, that means she's aware of that. That's what the coaches were trying to prevent. That means she ran her times too fast, too early. That's all that happened. When she was running all of those things, she ran them too fast, too early, which I was giving the benefit of the doubt and saying, hey, I think her coaches know because they took Coach Justin Gatlin. But apparently her body could not handle running that speed that early. But what she's going to do is she's going to come into Prefontaine, she's going to run a real fast time, and then she's going to be up on Twitter running her mouth and saying, hey, look, see, this is what would have happened here. And of course, the followers or the people that are not following track and field like that will believe and eat up what she is giving out. And the unfortunate thing is, yes, you can have the fastest person in the world. She might be the fastest person in the world. That'll be great. But, are you saying Richardson is going sub 10.5 because there is no way she's going under 10.63? Wait a minute. I ain't saying it's a sub 10.5. That's assuming that you all think that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is going 10.5 anything. I'm not convinced that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is going 10.5 flat. No. 10.59, 10.58. Yeah, maybe. Maybe she can have that at the finals of the world, at the Olympics. But the record for Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce's track record, with the exception of 2008 and 2019, is that she runs her fastest time earlier in the year, and then when she gets to the rounds in the championships, here's the results here, her honors. She runs like her second or whatever time. She's faster than everybody else in the finals, right? This was the fastest time that she ran that year. Was this the fastest time that she ran this year? This 10.76? I'm not sure. That was right there. This is in Russia. 10.70 here. 10.99 obviously. In Daegu, we know what was going on. 10.73, right? But I believe she was a 10.7 runner already that year. So Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce doesn't necessarily run her fastest time at the championships. She runs near her fastest time at the championships. So she might not run her 10.63 again. But this is such a funny picture. She kind of looks like a turtle. Y'all remember that turtle on Finding Nemo? That's kind of funny. I don't want to make fun of her like that, but that's kind of what that looks like. Athletic pictures are funny when they catch them in the middle of it. But Sha'Carri Richardson is going to run a fast time, and the market is going to go toward her favor. All right, guys. Don't forget that the track events pick up again in 36 minutes. Do not forget that. Guys, get yourself ready. I'm not going to be running this stream over that stuff. I'm not trying to compete with that because the women's 400 hurdles are going to be going over. And if I were you, I would rather be watching that than listening to me talk. So, with that being said, it starts in 36 minutes from now. And don't forget to figure out your own streaming situation and everything. I'm in a hotel, so I got to figure out my streaming stuff because Peacock sucks. It didn't have the live events, and I had to do what I needed to do to make sure I witnessed the track and field events live because, they're after the event coverage, they don't cover it. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to record these with a Zoom chat once I get the live streams up. So because they don't repost these things at all, and they kind of hoard them, and I hate that with the World Championships and especially the Olympics. I'm pretty sure you guys do too. She won't break the world record. I don't think any of them can touch FloJo time. No, not at all. Not at all. I think anybody that thinks that Richardson, or at least now, Richardson got the potential of how she's running, right? She's running faster than Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce did at the exact same age, technically speaking. But Richardson's got potential to get close to it. But as far as what I see here, It's the same thing with Elaine Thompson. Elaine Thompson has had potential, and so far she's been struggling through mental issues, her cracking under pressure, and also with injury. Both of those things can be true. You could be afraid of getting injured again, so that could lead up to your mental issues. So for people that saying, "Oh, she only deals with that," two things can be true at the same time. You know, y'all said she do look like a turtle. I know. I'm like, man, come on, man. I don't want to be mean to her, man, but she did look like a turtle right there. Like, especially how they cropped it out. If I saw the rest of her body, she wouldn't have done that. But yeah, that's what's happening. Richardson's gonna run a fast time, and that's gonna happen. Another thing, it depends on who shows up at Prefontaine. Do you guys know who's loaded up at Prefontaine? But a one-off race and rounds do not equal the same thing. So let me see what else is going on with this schedule. Did I cover every event for that's? Oh yeah, do not forget to come and join me after the men's prelims round, the preliminary. No, not the after this, because I'm going to cover the women's 100 hurdles. We're going to do like a 30-minute live stream, and then we're going to get off again, and then I'm going to do another stream, probably 5 or 6 in the morning, whatever your local time is, and then we're going to cover after the 100 final, because you know I'm going to be on it like I was the last time. So, whatnot. Hafiz, what's up? What are you saying wow for? Is it the, wait a minute, wow, what? So yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. The latest videos. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, there's nothing wrong with being strong. That's funny. Man, why motherhood makes us better. Well, maybe one of our American gymnasts needs to become a mother so that she could not crack under pressure. But anyway, you guys have any questions about that? Yo, Brent, oh, you coming to troll. Hey, you guys, if you guys want a good coach, check out Brent Poole right here. He could definitely get you guys in shape, especially if some of you guys are doing distance. I know some of you guys are talking about distance. He could get your sprinters better. Some guys, you say, hey, you want to help at the high school level? Who knows? At the collegiate level? Hey, we got Brent Poole here. If you guys want to get in contact with him, I can put you in contact if you want to hire him out as to set you up with coaching. He just joined the stream. So definitely, guys, if you want somebody to help with your training, because we got different levels of athletes here, and he's a fantastic coach. So I will say that. And if you need some graphic design work, he can definitely help you with that. So anyone knows why Shelly-Ann stopped wearing her new Nike spikes? You know what? Kalani Jeffrey. You know what? I don't know. She could be. Remember, she was going through a little bit of niggles. Remember what that was? So her niggles is basically her saying she's going through an injury. So she has a little bit of potential injury here and whatnot. So that's what I would say. They're trying to prep her so that she doesn't get fully injured and trying to, paper clip her through. She might not actually run the 200, especially if she wins the 100. She might pull what she did in 2019, where she did not go through to the 200. So let's not forget that she's already 100 queen. She's the most winningest athlete over the 100 on the women's side. She's the most winningest athlete as far as who went 10-7. Look at how many times she's gone 10-7 over the 100 in history. More than Flojo, more than Devers, more than whoever else came before her. And then it's 10:63. Let's not forget that. And these are 10 best fastest times. Not a single 10.8 in here in her top 10 times. So she's gonna have another one, because I think she's gonna go 10-7 something at least. So with that being said, that's all I got for this one. But I'm gonna catch you all on the next stream. Thank you guys for coming out. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe. We're looking for 10,000 subscribers. We're gonna have animated races. And for you guys to think I'm an Allison Felix hater because I posted up a horrible graphic design picture that wasn't even finished. That was just a demonstration of the style, as in minimalist type of style, that I was thinking about having that. If you guys want to see that type of animated races where we have an Allison Felix versus Usain Bolt over the 400, I'm going to equalize them for gender, equalize them for time based on their abilities and everything, and see who would win. crunch the numbers, the stats, their wins, their losses, and put them together about a typical fantasy race. We're going to have other athletes in there, but the two main attractions might be Usain Bolt versus Allison Felix. Can't use their names, of course, because I think they could sue, maybe. And probably not their direct likenesses. So we're going to have athletes that we know are them. But yeah. Ali Webb, what was that? Please save this video because I need to revisit some of the things you were saying once the final results are in. Oh yeah, definitely, because I screenshotted people. I asked them to give their predictions of the other one. So I need to leave it up anyway, because if we review some of these things, well, we gonna see that. We gonna see that. Now, I didn't make a prediction of the final. I'm actually probably going to have a live video after the women's semifinal, but I don't know because it's gonna go into the rounds of the men's 100, and there really isn't gonna be enough time in between that, except for the women's 800. I might do a stream right before the mixed 4x4. Right before the mixed 4x4, because that gives us about 25 minutes worth of time to get in right there. So anybody that's still watching now, come back before the in between the women's or the mixed 4x4, and then we're going to do a live stream prep right before the final, so we can do our final predictions. Catch you all on the next one. Thank you guys for coming out. And yeah, peace.